Edge Technology screens, and I am in my office slash, I guess it's my office slash theater room, which I'm not done because now I got to repaint the wall again with the Black Widow technology, which you're seeing right here being displayed on the screen, which is my Black Widow technology. Anyway, so question. Are gray screens ambient light rejection? They're not at all, period. As a matter of fact, the person who makes the Metallica mix and personal mix has made the statement in his video that his products are not ambient light rejection. Do they need to be ambient light rejection? Yes, they do, because that allows the screen to keep from washing out. Well, one of the parts of having the screen having some kind of ability to keep from washing out in a fully lit environment. And that's the reason why they react much like white screens. White screens are not ambient light rejection screens and never will be. You will never see a white screen saying, oh, it's ambient light rejection technology, because it can't be at the end of the day. So, gray screens, as I said before, do the exact same thing as white screens. They have the ability to pull brighter white levels, but then it comes to contrast and color, they fail miserably. Now, the technology you're seeing right here is one of our darkest screen paints. This is basically the 38 Black Widow, which I'm using right now in a well-lit environment. As you can see how much light is actually bouncing off my wall right here. Let me show you the environment so you can show we're not sitting in the dark. We don't have any shadows popping up in corners anywhere. As you can see, fully lit environment. You see my trees, not my trees, my trees in the trees in the golf course. You can see it's crystal clear with no problem whatsoever. And that right there is the 38 on display. All right, so we got several gray screen paint products here. We have digital and crystal screen paint. We have the hobby paint. And we have Crow's products here. All right. So, 3 different forms of paints here. 3 different shades, actually 4 different paints here. 4 different shades. Are any of these ambient light rejection? Will they give you the ability to not wash out? Will the color not fade? Can they maintain contrast levels? The only thing they can do is maintain a somewhat white level. Well, white screens do the exact same thing too. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the screen in its fully lit environment and see if any one of these 3 paint products on the floor can basically maintain a contrast level in all of its light. Because at the end of the day, as I said before, if any one of these screens could do that, they would have no problem, and they should not be sitting in the dark at any time whatsoever. Keep in mind, my projector is, what we're using is 5200 lumens. Get my video back here. It's 5200 lumens, and the room in here is probably about 11 feet from the screen. So think about it, 5200 lumens, 11 feet from the screen. So plenty of power in here to begin with. No such thing for anyone to say, oh, the screen's going to fade. No, that's a 5200 lumen projector at 11 feet from the screen. Trust me, it's making its distance with no problem. So let's see if any of these gray screen paint products. We'll start off with the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint and see if that one can see a contrast level. It shouldn't wash or fade in a fully lit environment. And if you notice, if you look at my walls, there is no dark areas on my walls, none of that nonsense at all, period. So let's put that right here. Now that's the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. That's the last paint we made for our company before we stopped making gray screen paint products. As you can see, that is not pulling up any form of contrast level whatsoever. Let's go with Crow's Metallica Mix. Is it ambient light rejection? Does it have ambient light rejection technology? Let's see. Put it against here. Nope. Doesn't pull a contrast level. Let's go with the let's just the hobby paint. We'll use the hobby paint. Let's see if that can give you some kind of contrast level at the end of the day, and if it's ambient light rejection and all that other good stuff. Let me see. Now, ambient light rejection basically keeps the screen from fading less. Less of a problem with your screen washing out or fading on you. I just had a roll one a few minutes ago. Lost it that quick. Already lost it that quick. Oh, there it is right there. My chair on whatchamacallit. That's what keeps the screen from washing out or fading. Now, if we were in a dark environment, I mean a really dark environment, my screen was very dark behind me, I would be to maintain some contrast levels. We'll put that right over here. All right, so on this side, we have digital and crystal screen paint. Over here, we have Pro's Metallica Mix, right here. And then right there, we have the hobby paint. And it just shows you at the end of the day, no matter what color, shade of gray paint you have, they're all going to react the same way. They don't have ambient light rejection technology because they're too old. They can't pick up contrast. They can't pick up color. They just wash and fade out. That's why these products will have you stuck in the dark, because you can't see contrast or color. Let's go with red screen. And there you go. As you can see, they can't even pick up a red level at all, a decent red level. They'll wash out. Especially next to this technology right here at the end of the day, you're definitely going to pick up anything. This is why the gunmetal screens are more expensive. This is why they cost more money at the end of the day, because these are screens that are darker, and darker screens can pull better contrast levels. Now, as for the UV mix, I told you about the UV mix already. We'll put the link below. The UV mix had a really, really rough time trying to pick up a white level, number one, and number two, trying to perform next to a certified gunmetal screen, which it could not do at the end of the day. Our product doesn't have that issue. Blue screen. I forgot someone's commercials with it. There we go. Now, just so you can understand, this is not in any retaliation for the email. It's not. It's based at the end of the day, your product doesn't work. And that's what I'm trying to tell the individual who makes the product in the middle of the Metallica mix. His product doesn't work. It doesn't pull contrast. It doesn't pull color. The only thing it does, it pulls a white level. And the white level is not even equal to a white screen. It can't pull contrast equal to a black screen. At the end of the day, I told you these gray screen paints are basically outdated. Ours is outdated. The hobby paint is outdated. Sherwin-Williams is outdated. And this product is outdated. Well, Sherwin-Williams is not meant to be a house paint at the end of the day anyway. It's a house paint. It's a house paint at the end of the day. But they weren't meant to be for that. Explaining to you that before the gray and heavy gunmetal screens were available, and the only thing you had was this gray and white mixture that you see right now. This was the top dog due to the fact that the dominant screen, was the gray screen. Now that you have gunmetal screens, that you have darker screens and black screens like we have over here, this screen now becomes a bump up from a white screen. That's basically about it. That's all that it is. Let's go over and let's pull slow color change out. This is why you do not want to paint this to your wall. This is why you don't want this in your home theater system. Because at the end of the day, you just painted an old screen paint to your wall, and your projector is not going to be to do what it's supposed to do at the end of the day, because screens can't see color or contrast. And that's what you're getting at the end of the day. And are they ambient light rejection? No, they're not ambient light rejection, because the screens wash out. What light are you rejecting if your screen is washing out? So all this light we have in the environment, this is why I tell you at the end of the day, the worst thing you can do is paint your screen with is a gray screen paint product. Now, to the individual who made the product in the middle, I gave him a challenge. His challenge is going to be on a 150-inch screen outside, and he has to display a 100% contrast level, which he has made claims in his videos that his product could do with no problem. His product could basically maintain a contrast level equal to a black screen. So he's going to have to do that in his demonstration versus black paint. Any black surface is going to work. You're just displaying a contrast level. Us, on the other hand, we have to do, once our screens are already black, we're going to be doing a demonstration with white snowstorms. So this will be today at around about 4:50 for him to do this demonstration. And it's just going to prove another point at the end of the day. If he doesn't do it, well, he's just basically admitting at the end of the day that his product doesn't work at the beginning of the day at all, period. And number two, his product is not ambient light rejection. If you don't have ambient light rejection technology, you're going to have issues, because that's what screens have today. The most popular screens on the market, ambient light rejection. And you just painted an outdated screen on your wall that doesn't have the ability to be able to produce ambient light at all, or ambient light rejection at all, period. The worst and saddest thing about the whole entire thing is that the product that we have here in the middle, his product, was able to match house paint. Now you see the product laying next to it, or not on this side. On this side, that right there is everyday hobby paint. That's what it is, hobby paint. And that's what he matched, the hobby paint. And as you can see, there's no difference in the colors at all, even for the digital crystal screen paint, even with the Metallica Mix 2.0, and even with over here, the hobby paint. All right, let's come out of here real quick and let's pull up some contrast demonstrations. Let's put up 4K star screensaver. Now this will show the screen is pulling up a contrast level of any kind. And as you can see, no contrast level whatsoever. This is what you're going to see on a 150-inch screen. If he does it splattered with his product, it's going to pull up the same image you're going to see right here. Black paint at the end of the day could outperform his screen paint. No problem. Because at the end of the day, black paint may not be to see a white level, but it can see a contrast level at the end of the day. And this is a reality he's going to take in. That's why I don't like it when people come on YouTube or any place they come on and they put in false accusations about their products being to do this and being to do that at the end of the day. And they clearly their products cannot. We used to make these products way back in the day. When I first started my company, we started making gray screen paint products. These products do not work in any way whatsoever. They did then, now they do not work. Painting this on your screen, your wall, or your motorized projection screen is going to be a big mistake. Now, if he feels that I'm wrong in this demonstration and this is not true, then he'll have no problem completing the challenge that we gave him today at 150-inch screen, about 100 to 150-inch screen, outside next to black paint. It's going to have to be to produce a contrast level equal to that black paint. Not a bump, not a hiccup. Now, just so you understand, the Cinemax, your light mix, yeah. Nothing dark, none of that nonsense. If you're doing it dark, then you gotta do white levels, like us. Now, for those of you who are interested about, some people are saying that, well, what if I put more black paint into it? Can I get a better result? No, you're just gonna end up with a really dirty image. And we did a demonstration on a certified gunmetal screen that produces white light, can maintain white light, can accept white light, versus the UV mix, and the results were actually horrible for the UV mix. I will post that link below so you can check it out for yourself. Also, we've done our test on Network Gray 770, Network Gray SW773 versus this product were actually identical matches. They match with no problem whatsoever. So at the end of the day, he has not done that demonstration either, showing his product that's not mixed with everyday house paint. Also, too, the demonstration of him displaying a black and white paint mixture off his YouTube channel somehow disappeared. Hasn't done that one either. Yeah, so there's a lot you need to know about gray screen paint products. And at the end of the day, like I said, I was making this product before Crow or Partey ever existed. And I can tell you right from the door, this stuff right now, today, is nothing but primer. That's all it's worth. Let's go pull up another demonstration. Let's go get the, let's see, we're going to pull up over here. Oh, got nothing right here. We did this one downstairs. Now we're just in everyday lighting upstairs. So if I had 100, my wall here painted is around 144 inches. If I painted 144 inches in the digital crystal screen paint, our product, if I painted in Crow's Metallica Mix, his product, or if I painted it in the hobby paint, which would be anybody's product, this is the results I would be picking up with a 4300 lumen projector. Not good at all, is it? Right? Here are some further demonstrations. Let's go with Panasonic 4K demonstrations. See if you can pick up anything in here. Let's go with some colors. This is why I explained today, contrast is everything. But when it comes to contrast screens, you have to be careful. Also, too, if your contrast levels are coming up too high, your black levels are way too high, your screen's going to suffer. So that is Black Widow technology versus Digital One versus Metallica Mix versus Hobby Paint. That screen behind you can actually read, register, and accept light like there's no problem whatsoever, easily. It's ambient light rejection technology. Actually, at the end of the day, when you paint a gray product on your wall, whether it be his product, whether it be Digital One, whether it be Sherwin-Williams, or anything you got from the store, you just painted an outdated product to your wall. It doesn't have the capability of producing ambient light. It doesn't. Or ambient light rejection technology. It doesn't have that ability. And it washes out just like a white screen. White screen does the exact same thing. Now, we've given the individual who has made this product right here, since he basically represents gray screen paint products at the end of the day, we have given him the ability to back his product up. So we'll be seeing you outside today. I'm already set up, already got my screen already locked in outside, ready to go. Got it tethered down, the weather's real nice outside. Got my cords taken care of downstairs and how far we gotta stretch them outside. Got the projector set up and got the fire stick ready to go. I cannot wait. Now, just say if he doesn't show up at all, period. He never does a demonstration at all, he ignores it. This shows you at the end of the day, these are people that do nothing but talk trash at the end of the day and cannot back their products. We, on the other hand, we can back it. Look at the color not picking up. Another problem you're going to have with dealing with a gray screen, like I said, can't see color. So now you're going to have to sit there and calibrate your projector to try to get the colors correctly, and it doesn't work at the end of the day because even if you do have a calibrated projector, your colors will still come out failing. Sam want to do this one? I think Sam want to do this one for me. There we go. Gotta get a soundboard in here. Just the Sony remote control. There you go, that's better. Here we go, going with the black contrast. All right. The contrast demonstration is coming on. Yeah, big mistake. If you want to challenge that 38 Black Widow, big mistake. Let's hope another contrast demonstration. Let's see that one. So if your screen paint's not ambient light rejection, that means it's outdated. Because digital crystal screen painting ambient light rejection, nope. I'm pretty sure that hobby painting ambient light rejection. And I'm pretty sure I heard you saying a couple times in your video demonstrations that your product's not ambient light rejection, which makes it an outdated product. Because every screen paint on the market, every screen paint that claims to be the pull ambient light has that little ambient light rejection they are. And the certified screens got them. So you're gonna paint a screen on your wall that can't even see. It's washed out by this light right here. And mind you, we're gonna be outside today. This is nothing compared to what's going to be out there waiting for you at 4 o'clock. You can't survive in here, you're definitely not going to survive out there. I can't wait. I'm excited. And of course, we know he's going to ignore the whole entire thing. We all know that from the door. We call him No Show Pro. We go outside, we call him No Show Pro. We don't show. Talks, but don't show. Let's see what else we'll get. Let's see if you can pull a contrast with the next two. I told you, they all do the same thing. All gray screen paints do the same thing. The digital one, crystal screen paint on this side is silver. Still reacts the same way. That right there, hobby paint. Cross Metallica mix. All reacts the same way. That's why they have to be in dark environments. That's why they try to give up the illusion that there's really light in the environment when there really isn't at the end of the day. And this is why they cancel orders. They cancel orders because, at the end of the day, his product is going to be in the same amount of lighting. And it's not going to survive because he's used to being in a darker environment with his products. And yet you want to claim that your product is ambient light rejection technology. But then the minute a customer calls you up and says, hey, look, my screen's washing out, what's going on? And the first thing you say is, I never said it was ambient light rejection technology. Just like you said in your bamboozle video. You sat there and said, I never said it's ambient light rejection. Then how do you call your stuff the best of the best? Because everything out there is ambient light rejection. Only the old stuff would be ambient light rejection. Ambient light rejection technology is new. Even the lead screen's got that ceiling and light rejection technology. Imagine if I painted my screen, like I said, is 144 inches, this whole entire wall. Imagine if I had painted 3 of these products onto my wall. Digital one would have failed me, hobby paint would have failed me, and your product would have failed. On the other hand, that technology sitting behind me, which is that 38 Black Widow, would have pulled up on the screen with no problem. Even the product we discontinued, which is basically the dark platinum blue, can display 3 screens at the same time and watch all 3 of your products out on 3 different projectors at the same time. And this is a product right here that can take on certifieds and can easily take out your screens with no problem. Yet in the day, under our standards, it's not good enough because that technology sitting behind it, it's better. Let's see what we get here. Use some light colors here. Hopefully that'll help out. Oh, I forgot, you can't see color. Now mind you, it's not just him up there. We got 3 products up there. We got our product 2 on the far end, digital and crystal screen paint. They all do the same thing. Gray screens are obsoleted. They're old. The only thing your screen can do is make a white screen do better, give you a bump up on a white screen. That's pretty much all you can do. You can't go against gunmetal at the end of the day. The product's darker than yours, reflects the same kind of white light your screen reflects at the end of the day. How are you going to beat something like that? That's when I go on the forum sites and I see people bragging about their home theater setup and they show up a gray screen like, when did you get the dinosaur? What you mean, how old that stuff that you got sitting on your wall right now? We made this stuff 7 years back. I can describe everything that's going to happen to a screen at the end of the day. Spin the wheel and probably find a paint to match what he got up there. No, didn't even bring any of the colors in. I told you don't bring no colors in. Let's try this over here. Maybe we can get some colors off this. This is a bright image right here. We can do something here. Oh, I forgot this video is damaged. Look at that thing. Let's see what we can do for you. Let's go over here. We've got some red. No, red's not going to pick up on the screen, but I might as well. It may work, it may not. I don't know. It's not going to work. Now, what he's most afraid of, he knows that we're going to have the same projector over here. That's what he's afraid of. Because his screen is going to wash out like crazy. Under 2 million to 1 contrast. You're going to watch it. Because over here, we're not going to do the dark environment. You should be in a dark environment, not that thing at the end of the day. They didn't do it in the promo video, so why are you doing it? If they did that projector in the promo video the way you did, nobody would buy it at the end of the day. Why? Buy the TV. And chances are, and I mean, not chances are, I say 150, maybe 200%. I guarantee they had a high performance certified screen in that demonstration. That tells you at the end of the day, they were able to produce it off a high-end screen and produce that image off there with no problem whatsoever. But at the end of the day, your gray screen paint isn't worth 2 nickels rubbing against each other because you can't give that performance on what that projector is designed to do because your screen is low grade. Ours isn't doing any better either. Look at the old stuff. It's not doing any better. But at the end of the day, we didn't talk a whole lot of trash either. We didn't say our products were going to be doing this and we were doing that and so and so and so. No, we didn't do that. We didn't do a lot of whole fake, a lot of demonstrations, nothing like that. Let's see what you can pull up on. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Let's try, maybe you can get some, let me see. Oh, Samsung 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
This is a video you constantly do in the dark all the time. Now mind you, the product we have up here, the Metallica mix, if you go back and you check the demonstrations on there, a lot of demonstrations in the dark with this product. You change this product to have contrast capabilities, which it did not have at the end of the day. Same line that he did with the Cinemax is the same line he did with the Personal, and the same lines he did with the Metallica mix. The Personal mix was supposed to be a customized product made for someone. We made that product with 4 tablespoons of black paint into white paint with no problem, using your tutorial video at the end of the day. It's supposed to be a specialized formula, you said, right? It matched the Network Gray 773, and it also matched the Hobby paint with no problem. This is supposed to be a specialized formula you made for a customer and his friend. The whole entire time we did the demonstration, we had Sherman Williams smeared across the screen and you couldn't tell. Okay, this is a customized product. You're a fake, buddy, at the end of the day. Hobby paint's hobby paint. That's all it is just hobby paint. Digital Vista screen paint is what it is. When it was back then, that's what it was. We didn't say anything about the product doing more than what it couldn't do at the end of the day. You, on the other hand, you're trying to make a product that's 7 years old seem like it's something new. And at the end of the day, it's old. I wouldn't dare paint this up on anything in my house unless I'm going to use it to prime for it. Primer. What is it good for? It's primer. I couldn't imagine having this on my wall right now with this much lighting I have in my environment. My screen would wash out. So unless you're telling your customers at the end of the day, oh, I never said it was ambient light projection, this is how you have to use it, you have to use it in an ambient light controlled environment, I guarantee you, because that customer you had on your page, I literally thought that was your demonstration, and it was his. I was like, wow, you got your customers in the dark like that? I'm sitting there, all this window light, and I'm sitting there watching my black screen over there, and you can't even pull up an image? Look at this, man. Look how embarrassed this is. The difference between me and you and the digital one, I did fake demonstrations with it. That's why we had a contract with it. They came over and tested our product. Did exactly what we said it was going to do. But all that nonsense you talk about your product compared to what we do over here, please, give me a break. You don't match us, no way whatsoever. It's a demonstration you did in the dark with a white sheet of paper laying up against the car. I'm trying to show that you showed a real difference between the car and the white sheet of paper. So now today, you got a chance to back up all your nonsense today. I'll see you outside at 4 o'clock or 4:50. You display your screen, do your demonstration. If he doesn't do it at the end of the day, then you know what it is. It's just him, Crow, 1176 is talking trash. That's all you do. But regardless if you're out there or not, I know you're not going to show. I'm going to be out there anyway. Like I said, I got pictures to take for the website anyway. It's a good day today too. I was wanting to take advantage of it and go out and play. Where he comes off with this stuff at the end of the day. Let's try the OLED demonstration. Maybe that'll help you out a little bit. Nope, that ain't gonna help you out either. See, the problem with this individual, he just did a demonstration that calm stuff, doing a demonstration in the ambient light environment. All up on top of the screen. You gotta get that close to a screen to show that your screen shows contrast. Oh, please don't do that outside. 18 feet from the screen, at least. Be 18 feet from the screen. Do not walk up on the screen and go, look at the difference. Please, don't embarrass yourself. Stand back. I gotta put rules in for this guy at the end of the day because he doesn't know how to listen. Do not get up on top of the screen and say, look, if you gotta get that close to a screen to see contrast, that's a problem at the end of the day. You do know that, right? Customers not gonna be sitting that close to a screen and we see contrast. Wait. I think we see contrast. Let me get close up on top of the screen. It's right about there. That's sad. I can stand back here, I can see the difference. It should be 18 feet, you should see the difference between your screen and another screen. It should never have to be that close. Don't do that. Don't embarrass yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. I will laugh at you. I swear, don't do that. Everybody says that every film site that we drop your videos into, the first thing I say, why is he so freaking close to the screen? Oh, that's how he shows off his contrast levels. Here. You want me to mail you this? It's a magnifying glass. It has a light on and everything. See, it'll help you out. You can see your contrast levels a little better on your screen. You want one of these? I'll mail one over to you. My goodness. You really got to be that close to a screen to see contrast levels. Thanks for that. Don't worry, I can wash you out from here while I stare out the window and look at the squirrels. I'm going to give you a piece of advice, Pro. This screen we have here, Widow, is extreme. It's powerful, so I don't know what. Never challenge it. Never, ever challenge it. Like I said, we'll have your projector over here soon. We'll wipe your stuff with your own projector. Embarrass you pretty bad. And then I'll take it outside and I'll wipe your stuff outside.
At Petco, shopping for your pet is easier than ever.
Of course, I'm pretty sure you never took that P2 outside. I'm taking mine outside. Yes, sirree, I am. I'm taking it right outside. And I'm getting 140 out of it.
You can set repeat deliveries on your schedule.
Shoot, might as well. Let's see what that sucker can do at the end of the day.
And enjoy the convenience of picking up.
Take that projector right on outside. Like I took that out of my GT55. I took that sucker right on outside. Heck yeah. Got 140 inch off of it outside. I'm going to show your customers what you can really do with that machine at the end of the day. Because I'm going to show them what your Cinemax doesn't do. Can't even pick up fish at the end of the day. I already know the Digital 1 can't do it, period. We know that from the door. That's the last thing we ever developed was that Elite version of that. The Elite is a Digital 1. We knew that from the door. That's what changed my mind and decided when I saw that Black Diamond technology told me to change my direction and go someplace else at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, what I saw in that room, I knew that if I continued down this road with this stuff, even though it did its job, its time was up. Especially when I saw that Black Diamond. So does gray screens have ambient light projection? No, they do not. They don't have it. They don't possess it. They don't have the capability of having it at the end of the day. That's like saying a white screen can pull a contrast level. Ain't gonna happen. He says, but his image doesn't look this way. Yeah, because he's using a calibrated projector. He's sitting a couple of inches from the screen. He's in a dark environment. Yeah, that's why. We'll mimic the same demonstrations, and what your SKU is going to be then. We can also go in that room and we can adjust lights in there too, no problem. Drop your projector right here next to your screen and do the same thing. We're not going to do any of that calibrating or toying with it, nothing. Right out of the box. The reason why I don't like when people do calibrated projector demonstrations because bottom line is, at the end of the day, you have to keep your projectors neutral. Not all your customers are going to be using calibrated projectors at the end of the day. So what happens to the ones that don't want to calibrate the projectors at the end of the day? There you go. That's why. Just like when he was walking around his environment, looking and peeking at stuff up close, just because you can see it doesn't, your environment, it was dark, buddy, but just because your environment's that way and you feel it's not dark to you, to somebody else it's going to be dark and they don't want their environment to look that way. My room right now has more light than you just had in your apartment in that demonstration. Because you can see my corners. See, corner there, Corner there. Corner there. Corner there. No dark places in here at all. Cutting corners. As long as they get away with the bare minimum, they're happy. That's not good enough, buddy. That's why I prefer to do these test demonstrations outside, because there's nowhere to hide it. Ooh, let's get this one right here. This is a nice one. Even when we were developing the silver version of Phantom technology, came right on there and said, this is not going to do the same stuff as other products. It's not going to put those heavy contrast levels. We were able to show a difference between his product and the difference between the certified. Yeah, I got the demonstrations to back it up. Anytime you want to see them, I'll send it right over to you. But at the end of the day, I was honest with my customers by telling them, look, if you get this, keep in mind your white level is just going to be higher, but you're not going to need to pull that heavy contrast level. Colors are not going to be a certain degree. And we did a lot of demonstrations on contrast and fully lit environments so our customers can see where the contrast levels were laying. Not going in and tell a bunch of lies and say, oh no, to pull the same contrast level as a black screen. That's a complete lie. There is no way in the world that your product is pulling a contrast level equal to a black screen. Oh my goodness. You gotta be on medication. You gotta be. That's the only way you can spend. You gotta be on some kind of medication in the day. Who's done to read that dumb nonsense? Everybody knows that gray screens are full of equal as black screens. Everybody knows that. Who is dumb enough to believe that? At the end of the day. There you got more light pushing it right now. Hold on a minute. Alexis, what time is it?
It's 11:38 a.m.
It's 11:38 right now.
Sunshine King.
Oh, I think I'm definitely going to enjoy the sunshine. Yes, I am. It's going to be a beautiful day today. And I hope today, Pearl, you bring yourself outside today. I don't want to see you cowered in your house or basically giving out the middle finger to that stuff. No. If you're going to talk trash, I see you outside. Take your screen, bring it outside. It can be minimum, I'm going to give you minimum 100 inches up. But I'm going to tell you 100 up, I want you to be at least 13, 14 feet away from that screen. Do not walk over to that screen and say, oh, there's a difference. I don't want to see that nonsense. You should be able to tell that from a distance. Talk all that trash about you being the best of the best, right? Well, if you're the best of the best, you should have no problem seeing me outside on this one. See if your product will work out there. I don't want to see a gray star field. I don't want to see none of that. I want to see a jet black star field. Just like that 38 over there. That's what I want to see. See how black that level comes up? That's what I want to see. You get yourself some good old-fashioned black paint. Don't forget you paint a nice big square out there so we can see you blend into that screen. Because if your product's having a problem like this right now, and all of this, imagine when it gets outside. We gave him several challenges like that from the door. Several. Never showed up. His response was 2 middle fingers. How does that help you at the end of the day by giving me a middle finger when I can back my products up? That doesn't bother me at the end of the day. It just shows you can't back your products up. It just adds to the cancellation list. If I want to stack my cancellation list, I'll make orders for you right now and have you put my money back in my account. And the sad thing about it, I can say it at the end of the day. You can't say that. You both in partake. I can sit there and say, guess what? If I want to shut you up, I'll place an order through your site right now and watch you give me back my money. That's embarrassing. I can have a contest and see who will give me back my money even faster. But if you or partake, I'll buy from both of you, see which one to get my money the fastest. Because you know what happens if you sit on it, I still get my money back. You can't ship the product over. Because at the end of the day, you can't back your product. Let me try to give you something a little bit nicer. Ooh, we got the Lamborghinis right here with the cars. So you can do better on this one right here. I know you can. That's why every time Partey calls my house, rambling on like some nut job, I just send over pictures of cancellations. Like, what happened? He don't respond back after that. Quiet as can be. That reality kick in. Y'all can't back your product. I've even given you, Fernando, the opportunity to be able to back your products. I even told you if you didn't like the demonstrations that I do the exact same demonstrations, back the product. He doesn't like the fact that I told him that meters had to be present. Oh, and I forgot about that too. You know why you also failed that tablecloth? Because it was supposed to be in a max out zone when you did the demonstration, and the meter was supposed to be on the floor. There were no meters present. The room was too dark. That's why you got to do it again. Don't forget the other two, because you got two more. You got that light gray and you got that dark gray, but you got to do that one too. Man, look at the reds. That is horrible. Hold on, let's look at that front of that car. Look at the reds on that. That is freaking horrible. I'm not going to laugh. I want to so badly, but I'm not going to laugh. Automatically, my product ain't going to do it. My product is old. It's outdated. It's a 7-year-old product. It's old. But then it's matching your product. That's bad. I could imagine if I had my wall painted with this. Oh my goodness, that'd be the ugliest thing ever. That's ugly. Hotel Transylvania lobby scene.
Getting that from YouTube.
That demonstration, that guy's screen washed right on out with no problem. It's washed out. Look at that. I can pick that up with no problem. You can even pick up the background. Can't pick up nothing on here. Trying to pick something up that maybe will help you out a little bit. Let's try over here. Can't pick up on the commercials. That's what I'm saying. There's something wrong with his brain, because at the end of the day, he showed a customer screen, and that screen was so washed out, it wasn't even funny. Yeah, don't even bother wasting your time or money and washing your and then painting your screen with one of these gray screen paint products. Well, Digital One, really, at the end of the day, like I said, we got a disclaimer on that product right there when you go to the website. It tells you right from the door that this product will not do anything of our new products will do at the end of the day. It is an outdated product. That's what it is. I'll explain it to you. But don't paint yourself, don't put this stuff on your junk on your screen. At the end of the day. Stuff is outdated. Even our stuff is outdated. This is what it's supposed to look like in a fully lit environment. This is what you're supposed to be seeing. No, that's green. Hold for a minute. Goldfish background, black background.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now this screen right here is in testing. It's sitting in all this light. It's gonna have to maintain with no problem. And what you gotta do? Let me get these off my floor. But no, people, gray screens don't give you ambient light projection technology. Can't give you contrast. Can't give you none of that good stuff. Let's see. Hold on for a minute. Let's take this real quick, real fast. Put that right there. Let's get a white sheet of paper. All right. See how much of a difference you want to get off a white sheet of paper. I know you're reacting out, getting angry, sending me that email because you was upset. You're afraid. I understand that. You're afraid of any kind of black technology. That's why you tear at it so much, because you're afraid at it. You're afraid of it. If you had the real technology walk through your house, like I said, I'll trash everything you got in your house. All your products will go down the drain. That's why you can never have a real phantom in there at the end of the day, or any other technology we develop. Well, you're afraid. And you should be. You should be very afraid at the end of the day. You should be. You have no idea the tests that are going to come up under that P2 are going to be brutal. They're going to be bad. I mean, really bad. We're going to have a fresh, new container of the Cinemax. Do you know how bad that's going to be for you? Now, we had the product here, and we got rid of it. We trashed it, got rid of it. We're going to buy your product again. We have a fresh container of your Cinemax. Another review on top of another review, which means if your product does the exact same thing it did in the first one, it is going to be bad. And it's going to be done with your own projector. It's going to basically be bad. And it's not going to be something that's going to go through in 2 or 3 days. This is going to be months of testing. Expose your product on every level you could possibly think of with your own projector. That's going to be bad. You bought it on yourself. Next time, don't go around telling lies about your product. Be truthful and be upfront with people. "4K demonstrations."
Getting that from YouTube.
And you're washed out right up in there, and that's washed out. Told you, small bump from a white screen. That's what you are. That's what a gray screen is. Only through our product, you can see the bird's head. All right, let's put you in the thing. And your bullet strip to one week. Man, you're washing out like crazy. Look at that. Yellow's not even picking up. You just picking up that white sheet. Just took that white sheet of paper. Slight little bump. That's basically about it. Now, if this was Crow would be sitting right on top of the screen right now with his camera barrel on his front looking. You see the difference? No, you're not supposed to do that. My projector sits back here. This is where I'm supposed to be sitting at. I'm supposed to be a distance away from my screen. I should see a difference from where I'm sitting at. If I got to get up out of my chair, walk over to the screen and see a difference, then there's something wrong there at the end of the day. I should be able to see it right here from the comfort of my chair. AK Nature Desire.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, they put a new patio set. It's pretty cool. This is the demonstration I could do in the dark, right?
Celebrate your love story this Valentine's Day with iconic roses, florals, and gifts from FTD.
Now, in Crow's email, he basically went into a rant about how the Black Widow was a scam. We're doing this live. Got plenty of power. Blowing your product clean out of the water, no problem. And since my product is such a scam, well, I guess you'll see me outside today, right? No excuses. Don't send emails with insults. Back it up. Clock can't come fast enough for me right now. I can't wait to get outside right now. He'll come up with some excuse. Just like when we checked his channel to see if he did any of the demonstrations against Sherman Williams, nothing. All right, I wasted enough time. At the end of the day, you want to destroy your screen at the end of the day, paint that junk in your wall if you want to at the end of the day. Like I said, it can't pull contrast, doesn't pull color, and you see what it does in the dark. It's even poor in the dark. It's even poor in the dark at that. Light splashing all over the place. Oh, I can't wait to do those too. We got, like I said, we got months of testing on this stuff. Because we're going to run everything through that projector, everything. So let's see how well this stuff performs with the lights out. Well, that's pretty bad, I'll tell you at the end of the day. Because the thing about it, Jamie, is the fact that when you do those demonstrations, you got black paint in your demonstrations. That's not our product. And these demonstrations, you will be against the real deal. Yeah. Let's see how your product turns out then. Not going to do too well. And then we're going to mimic your same demonstration with black paint. Show people how you fake demonstrations with your own projector. Well, technically, my projector. Yeah, because when I get done with it, you're going to have to sell it and get something else. And that's pretty much what he'll probably do. He'll probably sell it and get something else at the end of the day because he's probably, he can't go back on that projector anymore. You need to get one of these. I'm going to get you one of these magnifying glasses so that way you can see the contrast levels when you get right up on your screen. See right there, the white screen right there. See the white screen right there? See right there, the white paper. See next to his product. That's all you get, that little tiny bump. That's basically about it. You want one of these magnifying glasses so that way you don't have to get up from your chair and walk over and see the screen. This will help you out. This will be fantastic. You need to pack one of these with all your customers. Like, hey, look, if you really want to see the contrast of our screens, just use this Crow's magnifying glass and you can see perfectly clear from here. You can see right from here where my levels are blending in. I gotta go, people. I'm not wasting more time on this. At the end of the day, hey, it's up to you. You want to go and you want to smear this junk all over your screen, knock yourself out. At the end of the day, yeah, you'll be sitting in the dark. You can't be in this environment. It's not going to happen. The entire time when I'm watching the video, I'm staring out the window. That's what I'm doing because I can do that with my technology. I can look out the window if I want to. All right, y'all have a good one. That's basically about it. I got to get ready because I have some customers ready to basically, they're going to wait on their orders until the until the whatchamacallit, until the order's on the hold until the new stuff launches. I would too. That stuff is amazing, isn't it? Nobody does those products. All right, well, I'm out of here. Gotta go in. God bless.